Now let's talk about lefties losing it, and I'm going to start with possibly the biggest lefty to have lost it recently, Prince Harry. And the fallout from his memoirs continues. Spare is also now available on audiobook. Isn't that good news? And guess who? Harry himself has read the book. Let's have a listen.
My penis was oscillating between extremely sensitive and borderline traumatised. The last place I wanted to be was Frostnipistan. I'd been trying some home remedies, including one recommended by a friend. She'd urged me to apply Elizabeth Arden cream. My mum used that on her lips. You want me to put that on my todger? It works, Harry, trust me. I found a tube, and the minute I opened it, the smell transported me through time. I felt as if my mother was right there in the room. Then I took a smidge and applied it down there.
I have nothing, Kosha. I mean, what? Has he got nobody in his world who's like, Harry? No. Like, maybe that's not a good idea. And the number of references, I'd love someone to go through the book and see how many references to todgers or other references to his penis there are, because it seems to be a disproportionate number from my brief reading.
Yeah, that word was not known to many people in the English-speaking world, and now it is. But I think it is sad that there aren't anybody close to him, and maybe that's a function of distancing himself from old friends and family who might have been the people to tell him that. The people he's surrounded with now, agents and publishers and writers, they want this because that's what sells, and his book has gone on to be the highest-selling nonfiction book of all time. So,
well, the nonfiction thing has got a question mark over it. Let's go to New York now, home of the neurotic lefty. And this Karen is very upset because someone has dared step onto her sacred bike lane. She doesn't handle it well. Here's another lefty losing it.
You are dark. You are unphysical. What the hell is your problem? You're not even apologizing.
I know.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
need to.
you're a pedestrian. You get to do whatever you want.
You're really making me laugh today.
That's great. I'm really happy that you get a free comedy show.
Look, that went on for some time, but at least the story had a happy ending.
Go on with your day and I'll go on with
What's
mine.
going on with my day? Because I don't feel like it. You can go around the block. You got a different block.
No, I live on this block,
What's your
actually.
bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see your dog now.
He's touching the dog. How you doing? Bye.
Wow. Did you see a lot of that in your time in the US, this neurotic lycra-wearing bike enthusiasts who, think nobody... I've seen so many of these videos. One that was from California where this woman was berating... It was either a fire department vehicle or an ambulance for being in the bike lane. And it was an empty road. It was like, just go around.
And they're supposed to be happy. These are the tolerant, happy people. So, no, I didn't. And I lived in New York in the golden era. I lived there for 16 years, and I didn't see so much. But I think since I left, the city has had escalating problems, and I think the neuroticism is the least of them.
And I tell you, COVID hasn't helped with that because we've now got mask-wearing neurotic miscreants losing it. And these couple, at least, well, they lost it together. Let's have a look.
Get out of here! You'll have your own kids! Treat them like trash! Yeah, you
Pink hair, masks, no idea what they're saying. That's the problem with if you're going to have an insane rant wearing a mask. No one can understand you. I mean, it's self-defeating. But before we get too high and mighty, we've got our own lefties losing it in supermarkets right here in Australia. Have a look.
Can I take it all? You know, it's $100 you just grabbed out my hand.
Mom, where?
Mate, I just had hundreds in my wallet. Where is it? Where the is it?
You don't have a
Where is it?
You don't have a
Yeah, I'll rub your kill.
Get out.
Where?
Oh, Oh, gross. She spit on? Oh, that is not on. No, that is criminal jail straight away. Now, this is beyond parody. Sacked CNN activist and Democrat propagandist Brian Stelter is at the World Economic Forum and running sessions on disinformation.
The clear and present danger of disinformation is our conversation here this afternoon. It follows a session just now about disrupting distrust. And of course, those are connected. So I hope that's where we can start.
Some of the people who speak most about disinformation, Kosha, are the biggest peddlers of disinformation.
The irony is so thick you can cut it with a knife. And look, he's on the speaking circuit. That's the post-act. After you finish a career on one of those networks, you go and do that. And this is the topic du jour. So I think we're going to hear more of it.
Of all the people they could have got to have a serious session about disinformation, Brian Stelter, it is almost parody. It really is. Come on.